Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome to the second episode of the MidFall Podcast. My name is Josh. I'm joined here by my friend and co host Luis,
Hello.
and also one of our good friends, Cyrus. You're going to be seeing him in a lot of episodes.
I'm the co-host squared.
In this episode, we're going to be talking about basically gaming. Like last episode, we mentioned it, but this episode's really where we're going to dive into games, ones we like, maybe even media about games. So, yeah, let's just kick into it.
All right,
Yeah.
let's start off.
All right, I think the first game, I want to get this out of the way because this is a game I'm pretty hyped about actually. They just started their closed beta testing again, or closed alpha testing, I guess. But the game's called MultiVersus, and it's like a Warner Brothers game where you play as different characters like Bugs Bunny, Batman, Superman, Shaggy, Velma, um, Steven from Steven Universe, Finn the human, Jake the dog, even the Iron Giant. I think is going to be in the game eventually and stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool game. It's kind of like the Smash Bros, but for Warner Brothers, and it has voice acting, which is honestly sick. Because one thing I think Luis and I both played a game called Nickelodeon All Star Brawl, and we enjoyed it at first.
Yeah.
But I think one of our complaints, at least mine, was there was no voice acting.
Yeah. Not for real.
I think.
Like,
Go
what's
ahead.
the I was gonna say like Smash Bros doesn't really have that much voice acting either, but I I don't know, I can excuse that one as opposed to like Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. I think it was more so the fact that it just wasn't a great game, like in general,
Hmm.
and the lack of voice acting added to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that game was kind of a disappointment. So I'm hoping that what was it called again? The Warner Brothers game? Universes?
Multiverses.
Mul MultiVersus. Yeah, I'm hoping that game, is good because it seems like it's gonna be that same format, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Smash
Yeah.
Bros?
So I'll probably give you guys the code to test it because I have two free codes, and you guys could probably play it with me. But
Okay.
the game is actually pretty fun. Like it has an online format with all the other testers. I think it's a pretty sick game. Hopefully they don't mess anything up because I could definitely see this game being awesome, especially because it's free. At least when it comes out, it'll be free.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited about, especially.
Yeah, that's dope. What did you think of, All-Star Brawl?
Ooh, when it came to All Star Brawl, I think the game was very cool in the ideas it had, but it kind of messed up with like making it fun and replayable because at some point it was literally just you and a friend playing the entire time, like just you and I playing. No one would
Yeah.
play with us. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like that's what the game felt like the entire time. It didn't feel like a game I could actually enjoy online play with, mainly because of the lack of being immersed into it, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was very like, it didn't have that many characters for you to choose from, and, the levels were not very I guess, yeah, like, immersive. The graphics were really good, I feel like,
Yeah.
but it's just it didn't have replayability. It didn't have a replayability factor. Another game that I know we were gonna transition into of the lack of content is a game that was kind of near and dear to all of our hearts, which was Halo Infinite.
Oh yeah.
The new
Oh no.
season came out like a few weeks ago, I believe. I just haven't gotten the chance to play it just because my computer is kind of messed up right now.
Let's.
But I'm hopefully gonna get that checked out soon.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. What have you guys thought of the new season if you've gotten the chance to play it?
So let's talk about the good first in gaming. I think personally, let's talk about like the good things going on. So first off, Apex is kind of popping off. Personally, I've been playing Apex since the
Much
theoretical fall a lot, fucking lot, dude.
He plays it every
Um,
day.
literally every day. Um,
all day, every day,
Every day.
Well, I
One of
mean,
our
now that Luis is bringing up
all day.
Halo, let's let's
Oh my
let's let's
gosh.
let's explain why. Let's explain why. Um, I'm not definitely not alone in this transition to other
Yeah.
games. Halo's definitely had a lot of issues that have been, not attended to. It's not like the fan base is exactly known for being quiet and not vocal about the problems. Um, like okay, so Halo Infinite, fuck, we'll go right into it. Yeah, Halo Infinite started with 256,000 players on release in November. Okay. Would anybody in this lobby like to, you know, take a guess, take a gander about the average players that it takes in this month, that it's been taking in since season 2?
6,000.
This month,
Roughly
yeah.
6,000.
Am I right?
Exactly. And it's like, it's really
Yeah.
heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking too, because I fucking love Halo. I've grown up on that shit ever since Halo CE. And
And it was actually a really good game. Like at first when we would play it,
yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, you guys complain about bugs and stuff like that, but I actually hardly noticed them. At least like within the first few months of us playing it, there were the occasional ones like when if I butt someone, like it wouldn't lock into them or stuff like that. But other than that, like there weren't many bugs for me to like notice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that game gave us like plenty of good moments, like good times. It just did get kind of stale after a while just because of the lack of content. But other than and more bugs started getting like brought up. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think for more context into how much Cyrus loves Halo, for anyone who doesn't know, and most of you don't know, back when we like first made our little group chat with all our friends, we would just sit in the call and talk, and everybody be playing their own games, and then sometimes we played games together. But when you joined, you'd see Cyrus screen sharing one of the Halo games, and he'd be playing online. Like which Halo was it, 2 or 3?
Halo 3, Halo
He'd be
Halo
2.
playing
3.
Halo
Well,
3.
I wouldn't be playing the original Halo 3. I'd be playing MCC, right? So
Yeah,
for people who don't know, MCC is like they're kind of like 343's tribute package that includes basically, well, yeah, every single Halo game originally made by Bungie, right? So that was a really good, I mean, 343 with Halo has been known for kind of like slow progressions towards
yeah,
really good games, right? So for example, well, after Halo 5 at least. So for example, with MCC, it was kind of a slow start. The servers were kind of buggy. There were a lot of issues, and the fan base were very vocal about it because it was something that was really looked forward to. And they eventually did fix it, and they added so many new features towards, you know, literally going towards Infinite's release, and it's like it's tough because it was like, it had if it had all those features from the start, it would have been fucking even way more of a success than it was, and it was a success for sure. MCC is a
yeah,
lot of fun. Has all the oldies and whatnot, but for Infinite, unfortunately, it's like we were very hyped. A lot of the Halo big OG Halo fans, and I was even getting like I was guilty of getting Josh and Luis into it. Sorry, what am I supposed to? Am I allowed to name names?
yeah. They know our names. We're using our
Okay,
real
Like,
names.
it was
okay,
literally
cool,
in the intro.
fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got Josh and Luis into the fucking game, and we grinded on it a lot. Like we were playing that shit almost every single
daily.
day, if not every single day, right?
Yeah,
And I feel like it's just unfortunately the same theme of like, we're gonna get the updates eventually, but it's like we're at 6,000 players globally at the moment on Steam. I'm looking at the stats right now. It's very unfortunate, and with how patient we've been, we got Halo 5. The story was a little weird. The multiplayer was amazing, right? They were trying new things with it, and I don't knock them for that personally. I enjoyed the Halo 5 game multiplayer gameplay, but the story was so fucking boring. Um, I'm not alone in these opinions. And Infinite, like I was really hyped for Infinite. I was looking forward to that stuff, and when they released early, it topped the charts. It literally threw Battlefield out of
Battlefield. Yeah,
commission. It literally screwed over Battlefield because they had just released. They had tens of thousands more bugs than Halo Infinite was. It was really good in what it in that early release. But there was a lack of features that a lot of Halo games are kind of known for, constantly having new features, and that's something that they did well with Halo 5. I personally think with the different movement dynamics that they had in Halo 5, as opposed to like, well, so like for example, like Halo 1, it was the first game, right? There was nothing to compare it to. Halo
hmm
2, You had dual wielding. You had more focus on multiplayer. I believe, I'm not totally sure. I'm pretty sure Halo CE's multiplayer was more of an afterthought, while Halo 2 was, more focused on it. The story was amazing. Halo 3 was, at the time of release, was the most anticipated and hyped game of that time. Dead ass. Like, it was insane, the amount of hype for Halo 3. And it was an amazing game. They added the Forge feature to it, which allowed a totally new perspective, a totally new source of, domestic fan base made maps, a totally new way of multiplayer and social games, um, which was amazing. And then Halo Reach, it had all those great features. They changed things around. They fleshed out Forge a little bit more. And with Halo 4, you had, like, I don't know, like gadgets and whatnot. They tried to bring back the gadgets with that they had in Halo 3 in a different way. It was a little it was good. It was commendable. And Halo 5, they had the whole movement thing, right? So in Halo Infinite, I'm just totally fucking droning on. Halo Infinite didn't really have anything new. It was all just kind of like they had the fan base waiting for features that, I don't want to sound entitled, that were kind of expected, right?
Yeah.
So, and from last I played it, we still haven't even gotten the features we've been waiting for, right? And this is probably this is a Halo game that's taken the longest to make, and the campaign was really good. Um, I'm hoping they'll add different, like, DLCs and whatnot, because it's just such a waste if they don't. Um, but like, it's just really tough, the position that Halo's in. You know, I think they're kind of. I mean, what they did with Halo Infinite was really good with reaching out towards new players, having it be free to play. I personally didn't have much of a gripe. I was very much a fucking whale. I was purchasing shit left and right, um, from Halo Infinite, and it was really good. It was just the lack of features kind of made it dry out. The interest dried out, and we were waiting for new maps. We're waiting for, if they added a couple new maps, like, we would still probably be playing it, right? Other than Luis's bricked up PC. Uh, but like, I don't know, it's just tough. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and then with, like, the Halo Infinite, the Halo show, even they were trying to reach towards a broader audience and get more people into it, and I can commend them for that. It's just they totally, like, through the show specifically. Talking about the show now, they totally betrayed the fan base, because it just is not. It doesn't feel like Halo for any Halo. Um, Not for any, but I'm sure there's a couple outliers that do enjoy the show, and they should be allowed to enjoy the show for sure. It's just the broad spectrum of Halo fans did not enjoy the show because
Yeah, I
they
heard they like unmasked Master Chief or something like that, didn't they?
multiple times. It was a meme of how much, because you know I hate to be that dude's like, oh, Bungie wouldn't have done that, but like, Bungie had this whole suspense and mystique behind what's behind the mask. He's a character that was made to be relatable. That's made to
Yeah.
be a blank slate for you to, project yourself upon, right? Halo Infinite, I didn't have a problem with, but Master Chief became a little more emotional, specifically, like, I'm not going to spoil anything, even though it's a fucking, like, what, almost a
You
year
can
old game now.
spoil it, it's fine.
Okay. Well, he just goes into more of, like, further on how he lost Cortana and shit like that, which I actually enjoyed. I actually enjoyed the deeper look of Master Chief. But now, like, you have the fucking show where he's, like, taking off his clothes and goatseeing himself amongst the fucking whoever's watching. And then, what recently happened is, I don't want to spoil the show because that's recent. But, like, dude, he's doing some weird shit. He's doing some weird shit that, a lot of Halo fans would not say Master Chief would do. Along
Yeah.
with taking off his fucking mask, like, every chance he gets. And
Yeah,
it
I think I
makes it
saw
less
something about
personable.
that. I saw something like him in a bathroom and it was like a giant mirror. Am I wrong?
I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw a scene or something like that or a picture, and then I was like, okay, I'm clicking off. I'm not gonna watch. I'm not gonna watch this for now.
Yeah, and it's like, it's like if they were gonna do that, at least make it meaningful. Like with what happened with Halo 4, they had him take off his mask, right? It didn't show the complete face. It was still covered in shadow. It was still like very shadowed, and it was a very like good angle to like kind of keep the face still hidden.
Yeah.
But like it's like at least have something leading up to it. Don't do it right off the bat because they did it literally like what in the second episode, if not the first episode. Um, he just took off his fucking helmet like it was no big deal, and it just deflated whatever whatever predisposition, whatever was
Preconception.
built up. Yeah, whatever was built up around Master Chief up until that point,
Yeah.
which is like what 5 games of that not seeing his mask, him being more of a blank slate, and being more projectable too. And it's just it's kind of dishonorable to like what Bungie has been doing with the character. It betrays the character itself, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
What do you think, Luis?
Fuck, I don't know. That was a lot.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wish that Halo had more things. That's it. Because like I don't know. I don't think it's so much that it like lack of features. I think maybe if they just brought in a new season like sooner, that probably would have been like a lot better.
Oh yeah.
Because or just other stuff. I don't know. I mean, yeah. What was your guys' favorite game mode to play from Halo Infinite?
Um, anything that wasn't free for all, really. If I'm being honest, I despised free for all because I would be when I was like the most livid. Because I'd be getting close to a kill and then I just die
Because you'd have no
from
one to
a
blame it
third
on,
party.
huh?
Mhm.
I just have a third party person shoot me down, so it was really annoying. But
Bruh, like,
then
yeah.
think I think attrition was pretty cool. That new one. I thought that one was pretty cool, but I think
Attrition was fun.
that one where you capture the points,
Yeah.
those were pretty cool. I enjoyed those a lot
Oh,
because you
no.
could come back and win really easily if you tried.
Yeah, I mean, I like that type of idea for sure. Yeah, with the free for all thing, it was so fun to play with all of you guys and just like, especially Jaden with the RNGesus just betraying both him and I every single time we get like either plasma pistol and like some fucking, like
Oh my gosh.
just fairly useless guns for when we're being paired against like people with rockets and shit. And I guess apparently like most of the time it was literally like when the other team would have like fucking rockets like all across the board.
Oh yeah.
I would say I don't know. I wouldn't say ranked. That'd probably definitely be my second favorite.
Oh, dude,
Um,
Hack Team Slayer. That
Oh,
was
that
oh
was
yeah,
pretty fun too.
Team Slayer is definitely my favorite game mode in general.
I think Fiesta might be one of my favorites too, though.
I was about to say
Fiesta
that
was really
too.
fun.
Oh wait,
I
what
mean,
did you say prior? Party? What was it?
Tag
huh?
team.
Oh, I said Tag Team Slayer.
Hmm.
Tag Team Slayer, Fiesta, or I like Free For All. So
Free for all was pretty fun when it was like when you're not in an OD lobby where everyone's try hard. There's
Mhm.
always that one guy in my lobby that just gets 10 kills within 2 minutes.
What was the game mode you were talking about at the beginning? Because I think I may have confused.
Attrition.
No, there was attrition, but
Oh, the
you
capturing the
said
points.
no. There was one where you were like talking about one you did not like.
Free For
That
All.
was free for all.
Okay, free for all. Oh, sorry, I fucked up. Yeah, I enjoy free for all, but Fiesta mode, I'm not a big fan of.
Really?
I thought you said Fiesta mode. Yeah.
I thought Fiesta was
Um,
hella fun.
RNG just does not bless me.
Same. Sometimes it just does not for a whole game until the end.
Like, I don't know what it is. I guess I'm too powerful. What can I say?
I think it'd be pretty cool though if they introduced a game mode where, kind of like with Call of Duty, the gun game or whatever, where everyone's going through the sequence of
Oh,
guns.
yeah,
I think that would be
I
that's
pretty
missed
fun.
that.
yeah, that sounds really fun. Yeah, Fiesta mode. I mean, like, if you're able to like play with like, if I were to have like Luis, Josh. I don't know why I said you guys. I said in the third person, but
Yeah, continue.
um, yeah, if I had like a team of like friends, I wouldn't play it like by myself. If that makes sense, because like I don't know, there's something about having like a bunch of your friends and either getting totally fucked together or just like winning together. Either way, that shit's hella fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't play it by myself. I definitely would not solo queue.
Yeah. I was just thinking this, like, I think I actually might want to buy the next Call of Duty that comes out. I don't know what the next game is, but I've just been kind of having an itch to play Call of Duty. And
Okay.
I kind of miss it, not gonna lie.
I mean, Warzone's still kind of popping.
It
No,
is. I just personally don't like Warzone.
that's fair.
Yeah, it's fun. I think
Hmm.
battle royale games are a little bit difficult for me to enjoy,
Yeah,
especially
me
with
too.
the added difficulty of exploiters.
Yeah, well, like speaking of battle royale games, after I got my heart broken by Halo Infinite, I used Apex as my rebound, and it turned out to be like a pretty solid
Toxic
thing.
relationship.
He's
What's that?
addicted.
I'm absolutely
Pretty
addicted. Holy
toxic
shit!
relationship.
Holy shit, bro!
Yeah.
Like I'm checking the game charts right now. Apex Legends. Let's see. Current stats right now. Current players are 131,000. That's
Not
that's
bad.
Damn.
that's literally half of that's roughly half of how much Halo had from launch. And it's like they're like pouring fresh stuff into it every season. They're pouring new characters, new skins, new buyable stuff, and it's like it just sucks because I think Halo definitely has the capacity to do that same exact thing and give itself, especially being a what is it called, a live service game? What is it called?
What do you
Free to
mean?
play game?
Well, just being a free to play game. It's the same. It's a similar formula. It's just I feel like Halo Infinite is missing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, Apex Legends is hella fun. They just released a new season and a new character. Um, and yeah, no, I've just been grinding on that recently. It just feels fresh. It still feels fresh for me personally. But yeah, once new updates come for Halo Infinite, I definitely am down to give it a try. I just, I need a little bit more. But
Yeah. Um. So one thing we were talking about before we started even recording is what games we would like to recommend. I think Josh was the one that brought it up.
Yeah.
And of the games that we have played together, because there's been a few, which one have you guys enjoyed the most? And
hmm,
I'm not, I'm not more so like Halo Infinite's kind of an easy one,
yeah,
Yeah.
but I meant more so like early, like before Halo, like
Yeah.
before, because I think for me, I really enjoyed Dread Hunger.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Um, that was a lot of fun.
I think
Another
it
game
just
that
got
I
an
hope
update
gets
too.
yeah, I think it got an update recently. But I mean, I was just gonna say, like, that's another game that kind of needs more
Content.
Yeah.
content. Yeah, exactly. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's a small team, so
Yeah.
that's different.
It's expected.
No, that's a fucking yeah. It's an indie
Yeah, it's
game.
excusable. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. It's
Exactly.
not a
Excusable.
whole ass like. Oh, bro, we're
Like
definitely
billionaire
not getting
funded. Millionaire funded.
we're definitely not getting sponsored by Halo for anytime soon. But yeah, we're not a fucking $1 million corporation that's inherited a legendary game. A legendary game. It's not just like it's a legendary fucking game. It's revolutionized
We get it. We get it. It's a
first person
legendary game.
shooters, and they really fucked it up. They frankly, yeah, it's just yeah, Dread Hunger. It's a small team. There's a
He loves his cars.
he loves his car. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a
Um.
there's a patience to it with
Yeah.
indie
Yeah.
games. You're willing to be patient about it.
Yeah, with the topic, I think a game that I would recommend that we've played, 1,000,000% Dread Hunger is in that list. But I would also
Absolutely.
recommend Phasmophobia. Like that game,
Dude,
oh my god. Too many funny moments from that game out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
If you have an easily scareable friend, I highly recommend you drag him into that.
Yes. It's so
yeah.
funny.
Especially if you have a VR headset. Oh my
Oh
goodness,
yeah,
if you
like with
got a VR
Taylor.
Bro,
headset.
do you still have
Yeah.
that clip, Luis? Do you still have that clip on your Twitch?
No, I don't
I
think
th-
so. Because
I think it.
I restarted my whole computer. So like
Um.
I didn't have that many files in it anyway, because I mostly just use it for school and gaming.
Mhm,
But when I restarted it to like try to clear out everything,
mhm.
it deleted everything.
Mm. I think I have it on my YouTube.
I
actually.
have one clip of our friend Aravinth where we were playing Phasmo. I think Cyrus might have been there or Luis. But at one point, Aravinth thought he knew how to play the game perfectly, so he has the box where you speak to the ghosts. What's it called again?
The
The
spirit
spirit
box.
box. Yeah, he has
The
a spirit
box where you
box in his
talk to the
hand.
spirit.
Yeah, so he has it, and then he starts trying to talk to the ghost, and he goes, "Ghost name, are you here? Where are you?" And then he
Yeah.
goes, "Are you dead?"
And he's like, "Are you dead? What?" Yeah.
Everyone got confused, like, you know it's a ghost, right? And he goes, "Shut!" And then we just continue playing. It was so funny.
Yeah, and then there's my ass who literally I didn't know there was a way to go aggro in that game, but I would definitely go aggro. Like, cause I literally looked up the list of words you say that would
Oh
piss
yeah.
that would get the ghost like a like get the ghost out to to like hunt as soon as possible, and I just fucking list them all off and let's just say the name multiple times. And Josh, right now, I'm gonna go ahead and just put it out there. Josh is like one of like the most competitive people in terms of gaming, and like he would just always fucking yell at me regarding that because I'd just be like kind of
No,
like look,
because
I'd be fucking up the game. Like I'll own that. I'll own that. I'd be fucking up the game. He's like, Cyrus, shut the fuck up. And
like
like,
we'd be
but
in the
just
middle of a
yeah,
hunt, and then he'd say it. And
exactly.
then at one point, Luis would just start locking the door behind him and let Cyrus get killed by the ghost.
Oh yeah, I
Like
died.
he closed the door in Cyrus's face.
I would almost like always be the first to fucking die because of that.
We'd
So funny
have
though.
the GoPro you put on your head, and we called it the Cyrus cam
Yeah, the Cyrus
because
cam, and they always see
Cyrus
me get
didn't
murdered.
care. I think the first time I met Cyrus, we played Phasmophobia together, and then that was
Yeah,
that's what Luis called it, the Cyrus cam, and
the
it was too
Cyrus cam.
funny.
Shit's hella funny, dude.
It's definitely a
Always
game you can
fun.
bond over
Yeah.
a friendship
Oh,
with
for
people.
sure. Absolutely. Um, yeah, what other games?
Dude, like I just want to mention this one. We always mention it like when we talk like with each other about this game,
Mhm.
but bro, First Class Trouble.
Oh
Like
my god,
when
that was
Cyrus and I took over, like when Cyrus and I were the personoids, and then we just fucked everybody up. Like we didn't even hide it. We just like we hid
They
it.
just were
Like
silent.
dude. No, like the thing is, we were in like that one like Venus like flytrap room,
Yeah.
and we were silent about like killing one person, and so there was still like three people left or like two people left,
uh
and then we just grabbed everyone and pushed them into Venus flytraps, or like just you know Cyrus and I teamed up and like we just choked someone unconscious, like when you could still do that. It was so fun. It
just
was so funny.
the fucking way we were able to like just like ping
Overtake
pong.
everybody.
No, we just like pull out random shit out of our ass and just like be like, "Oh, we thought he was a personoid." After like
Yeah,
literally just killing someone in front of someone else and be like, "Oh, okay." And like literally we wait until like I remember one time we waited until like the very last room. Okay, so basically like let's give some descriptions because I'm sure there's a lot of people who haven't played these games. So for example, for First Class Trouble, you're in this like space station or spaceship,
You're
yeah,
basically
you're in a
meeting
and
space
people.
shuttle. It's like a cruise, essentially, because
yeah,
it takes place in the future, but it takes place in the future, but it's modeled after like the 1960s.
yeah,
And so you're traveling through space, and it's like a cruise.
it's literally Among Us. It's basically it's fucking Among Us. I'm gonna say
Among
it.
Yeah,
Us.
it's the same format. It's the same format.
Yeah, so
Just
basically
3D, really.
it's Among Us type game, and yeah, you just gotta find out who the personoid or the imposter is. And yeah, basically you just kind of have to get to the very last room, shut down the AI in the ship, and then you win basically if you do that. But you got to make sure. I think if you have a personoid with you, you lose, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to make sure you kill the personoid. You might kill one of your innocent people along the way. So basically, yeah. So Luis and I, whenever we were personoids, we would just like basically just ruin the whole lobby towards the end. Um, yeah. Uh, speaking of we touched upon how Josh is competitive. Yeah, there are a lot of times he just fucking rage. most of the
Oh,
time.
in
Dude,
that
not
game.
even that, bro. Remember? No,
Yes,
in
I was
that game
gonna
a
bring it.
little bit. In that game a little
No, in
bit.
that game it was against competition. The people would blame me for no reason, and then I'd be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay, and then I died, and they blamed the loss on me.
See, that was
yeah.
your karma for being
Like you
so
guys
fucking good at
killed
Dread
me
Hunger.
like second, I think, and then they got mad at me for dying.
That was your karma for being so good at Dread Hunger because like, bro,
Dude,
we could
I
not play
was
Dread
Oh,
Hunger
you're
toxic
first
in
effectively.
Dread
class
Hunger.
first.
Yeah, we
Dude,
put
you
on
were
first class
toxic.
first.
Yes, you're toxic in every game, but especially Dread Hunger.
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
toxic
Fucking
in Dread
A,
Hunger. In first class, I stopped caring. Cyrus knows I stopped caring.
bro. And dude, really quickly, let's bring up the fact in first class how when we took the first elevator for like 4 straight games, people would believe me that Cyrus was the
Oh
personoid and just vote him
yeah,
Oh my
off.
god, I would die regardless. Like,
dude.
it didn't even matter. It
Y'all
would
call
not
me
even fucking
toxic. You
matter.
said his name every time.
Yeah, so there was this
Dude.
ongoing meme about how Luis would be like, we'd start at the game, right? And sometimes I would be personoid, sometimes I would not. And I'd fucking so there's like a little voting session where you get to choose whether you kill somebody or not. And it might even not even happen before that. They just might decide to fucking kill me because this asshole over here is like, hey, I think that guy's a personoid. And for some reason, the whole what is it called?
Lobby.
The hive mind. No, not a fucking lobby. It was turned into a hive mind. They all decided to just turn on me and kill me right off the bat. So then I'd be spectator for the rest of the fucking game, whether I was personoid or not. It was just based on Luis being like, I think he's personoid. Yeah, and that shit was frustrating as shit.
I'm the toxic one, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for real.
No. You
I think
too.
I was toxic for the first few weeks of first class, but then when I just started losing, I stopped caring at some point.
Yeah.
Well, we're toxic for different reasons.
Oh, absolutely. Luis just
But
bullies
yeah.
me. Josh just wants to win.
I just want to not die, really. I just
Yeah.
don't want to die.
For Luis, it's like as long as I lose, and Josh is like as long as I win.
Yeah, no, for real.
As long as Cyrus loses.
Dude, Cyrus and I played one time. We had one match. Remember that one game, Cyrus? We killed everyone. It was just me and you, and we
Yeah.
knew we were good. And then we just couldn't find the last room to enter to get to the end. But it
Yeah.
was right in front of us the entire time.
Oh yeah. Oh my
Dude,
god.
that
Did we
game
lose
was
that
so
one?
annoying. We lost.
We lost that one just because we couldn't figure out or navigate our way through the map.
Yeah, it was a new map, and the room was right in front of us to enter, but we didn't realize that was a door. And so we just
Yeah.
kept running around it, and we were super confused.
Yeah, and looking at the Steam charts for First Class Trouble, it's really sad because it was a really fun game and had a whole lot of potential.
Yeah.
It's currently like 43 players at the moment, and like it was a really amazing game for an indie product, right?
I don't
Um,
think it's
hmm.
I don't think it ever had that many players to begin with though, right?
I feel like I checked it when we first started playing, and it had like 100 or at least 200. Be nice if this gave it a little boost. I'm hoping this goes
It had
viral.
a lot of players at one point because people like Disguised Toast and Pokemon and their crew played it on stream for a little
Mm.
bit,
Oh,
but
that's
they didn't
right.
play it for too long. That's how we
Yeah, it
found
really
out
is.
about it.
It really kind of is based off like who's streaming the most. I'm not saying it's like the only thing, but it definitely helps. I'm gonna
Yeah.
look up
Yeah.
Twitch charts and what games are usually played real quick. But like, yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to go see it. It'd be nice to see First Class kind of make a comeback because it had voice chat. It was a lot of fucking fun, just like fucking around. Um,
Yeah.
do you remember that one time, Luis? I think Josh might have been in there as well. And this dude with like literally the most beautiful voice I've ever heard from any single man.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, what was his? Oh no, I remember his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I remember his YouTube channel. It was like 007 kills or something like that.
Yeah. What did I say?
Bro.
I was like, your voice sounds like a hot knife cutting through dark
Like
chocolate.
dark chocolate or something like
He had the
that.
most beautiful voice I've ever heard in my life.
It's like
Actually, I
it
follow
was
him.
like deep. I guess like the same hype that people like
Yeah.
had for like Corpse Husband. Like that's how his voice
Oh
sounded
yeah.
like.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
no, it tops Corpse Husband,
I might
absolutely.
have been there because I remember that line, the dark chocolate, and then you guys compared him at one point to Corpse.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure actually. I feel like
He
I
had a
heard you guys talk about it, or I was there. I'm not too sure.
beautiful voice, absolutely. I aspire to have a voice like that someday.
But one thing I do like about First Class, I'm on the First Class wave right now because I can't stop thinking about it because you guys, the devs, what I really liked is at first the game was super difficult to beat the personoids, but
Yeah.
they worked towards making it easier for the players and actually more fun.
Mhm.
First Class got it right in my opinion, in terms of updating the game to make it more playable for everyone instead
That's
of
really
just more difficult or easy for one side.
Yeah,
It's a good game in my opinion,
absolutely.
except when I lose.
Then it sucks.
Yeah, then it's
But
spawn of Satan, you know.
let's see. Have we played any other? So the thing is, it's kind of tough talking about games at this very moment in time because, like, I feel like these past 3 months there's been kind of a drought with video games because you had, um, Call of Duty kind of just flop. I mean, they've been flopping consistently. We're definitely not getting sponsorship from Call of Duty either. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like just really waiting for somebody to kind of like because the way that Infinite topped the charts, it really goes to show like how like much the gamer like just gamers in general are just waiting for like the next thing to just grab onto. And I feel like the next game that gets correctly executed um is really gonna fucking top charts. I'm hoping maybe it's Halo Infinite after its next update. I don't know, but
Oh,
like
Chief, I feel like the ship has sailed.
I
I
know
want it to be Halo so bad. I sometimes I play it. I think I'm one of the last guys in our group that still plays it every now and then.
yeah.
It's
Naruto
been
still
like
plays
2 weeks.
I'm
It's
hoping.
tough.
Let me see Apex Legends real quick because it's like the closest like form of game because it is, but it doesn't have campaign. I'm gonna look at all time because it's had its times where it was kind of like going down and going up, but it never really hit as low numbers as Halo, unfortunately. Like when it first released, like it started off slow, right? But slow for it was 112,000 people when it first started
Yeah.
off in 2021. Oh, okay. So this is on Steam's charts. So I think it got formally put on Steam in 2021. Um, but it started off 112,000 people, and its all around peak was 411,000 people. Like, and it would never really dive below like what was it? What's currently it would never go into the thousands, and that's what's really scary about Halo Infinite is it's like really taking a dive. Like if they don't do something big, like it's gonna be really tough making this a live service game and having it be a consistent game for the next 10 years. Is that what the developers said? They want this to be the game for the next 10 years?
I have no clue, honestly.
I don't think Josh and I are like that deep in it, to be honest.
Oh, bro,
Yeah.
I am balls deep in it, dude. I am belly button deep in it.
'Cause Josh and I aren't Halo players, like not originally Halo fans.
Yeah, I'm not.
This is
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
you guys. Yeah, the average Halo enjoyer wouldn't like it.
The average Marvel movie enjoyer wouldn't, wouldn't
the
enjoy
average
it.
Batman movie watcher.
Average,
Yeah.
if you know, you know. But
We'll explain it someday in a podcast.
yeah. Do you guys want to switch topics? Do you guys want to continue going about video games? I think we could talk about movies,
I was
frankly.
about to
Honestly,
say, I
we
think
could actually cut it here.
Okay.
yeah, we can
Yeah,
save the
episode
subject for
2.
the next podcast. We did talk about movies and stuff like that on the last podcast
Mm.
episode, but if you want to, we can make that a topic to get your opinion on certain movies and
That.
stuff like that for the
Okay.
next
Yes,
one.
sir.
Yeah.
Episode 3 featuring Cyrus.
Yeah. Sorry I talked so much.
Nah, it's good.
I have a lot of
Don't
opinions.
apologize to us, apologize to them.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
man.
boys
Whoever
and
watched.
girls who are watching.
What'd you say?
I said I'm sorry, boys and girls who are watching.
Oh, okay.
What do you? Okay.
All right, we're gonna
Okay.
end the episode off here. Make sure y'all leave a follow or sub, whatever the button says. Anything else?
No, that's it. We'll see you in the next one.
Stay tuned next
Peace.
time where I shake a fish.
All right. Peace.